One of the points that I would like to make, and I want to keep this brief, is that now that AI has come out to the general public, it's been around a little bit longer than people realize, but it wasn't accessible to the general public. And even now that it is, I've barely had any opportunities to really work with it. I've tested the water a few times, mainly in the writing arena, because it's like having a private secretary. The things that you would have your secretary do. It's not writing for you, but proofreading and editing. Oh, yes. I could see its great benefits. And then it makes a lot of mistakes. And because it doesn't understand the feeling or context, or at times the verbiage you're using, because you may be intentionally using a slang or a quote from another language or literary quote, and it doesn't get it. So it has its advantages and disadvantages. I think with time, it'll be much better and easier to work with. However, I've been a writer since I was 15 years old. Initially, I started writing from a place of pain when my mother was sick and about to pass away. And there were so much emotions going on inside of me. I had to get them out. I had to find a productive way to express and to release the things that I needed to express and release from my heart and my soul, because it was more than I could bear. And I had always been a person who journaled. So the journals took on another facet, and I started taking creative writing classes in school. Well, my teacher was moved by my work and started sending my work to competitions. And the same with my art. My art teacher started sending my work to competitions, and I won competitions. As a result, my work was published in several different platforms. And so that's how I became a published writer at such a young age, and also a professional artist at a young age. That was 45 years before AI ever existed. And for 45 years before AI existed, or at least was accessible to the public, I have always expressed my emotions, not just sad ones, but happy ones and confused ones and everything in the spectrum in between, through writing. I've wrote under multiple pen names. MariaH, which is MariaH for Maria Hamater, my maiden name, and my original birth name, being one of the most common ones that I wrote under and published under. However, I have quite a few others that I don't associate with my normal life and things, because of some of the nature of the things that I speak of and the way I speak of it. But that's a whole nother story for another time. But what I want people to understand is computers can't feel. Computers don't have a heartbeat or soul or a depth of soul. Computers cannot create. They can emulate, they can simulate, they can imitate what has already been created. But they cannot create. Only a being can do that. And everything I do, I infuse the essence of me in it. My work is uniquely mine. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist or a scholar to read the body of my work and to be able to recognize my writings, my paintings, anywhere else that they may see them, and know that that is uniquely me. That's mine. I don't have to pretend to have God-given, blessed talents that I have. I am what I am. To say that someone jokingly said to me, but we all know that when people joke, a lot of what they're saying is truthful. It's just a way of getting away with saying certain things. And that person said, well, why don't you stop being so greedy, trying to take all the talents and leave some for some of the rest of us? That was a way of telling me not to be the best version of me God created, because I'm making them look bad because they're content or complacent with doing the least they can, or not pushing themselves, or not striving to be more. Graveyards are full of talent, divine talent, skills, and abilities that never have been used. So if God wants to give me an extra portion or make accessible to me because I'm actually using them, why would anyone complain? Everything I do for the good. I'm not doing it to be vain. No one has ever seen my name or anything about me plastered everywhere. I'm a senior citizen. I've been doing what I do for 60 years, and it's not because I'm not very good at what I do. I'm not an attention whore. Never have been, never will be. I just do what I do and live my life and go about my business. Give God the glory I'm grateful for, and continue forward. So, what harm? I am willing to work hard and apply myself. I'm willing to work at something until I get it right or can do it well. No matter how many times I have to try over and over again until I get it right. People who are not willing to do so are usually the people making these types of comments. They want a shortcut. They want everything handed to them. They want, a family member said to me that I make it look so easy. I make it harder on others. As if I was doing something wrong by striving towards being the best version of me God created me to be. And this was a very close family member who said this to me. So it hurt a bit. It stung. Because they were saying it from the standpoint of, how dare you? You know, who do you think you are? And as if my actions was making life more difficult, or my choices, again, not choices in a negative way, not out partying and acting a fool, not being lazy, not being all the other things that I could have been that would have been negative. Because I'm constantly learning and studying and growing. I'm forever a student of life and scholarly. I'm always in college. I'm always taking courses. I'm always attending seminars and webinars and courses to continually better myself, better my craft, to grow. And I'm not doing anything anybody else can't do. God is no respecter of persons. He respects effort, though. And the more effort you put forward, He will bless that effort and make things more available to you or help you in those efforts. But I don't exactly know what to say to people with these types of attitudes. It's not about trying to show off or show up anyone. I'm going to be me. That's what I'm here to do. And no one can do that except me. And when I stand before my Father and answer for the talent, skills, and abilities, the talents that He has given me, and I'm referring to a scriptural parable at this point, I want Him to feel as though she did the best with what she had and had been given. She wasn't lazy. She wasn't complacent. She didn't mind working hard. She put the effort forward. She was humble and gave all the glory, honor, and praise to me for what she was able to accomplish through me. Well done. That's what I strive for. I want to be able to stand before my Father and hear Him say, well done. And anybody who's got a problem with that, the problem is yours. And you need to work that out.